And thanks for staying with us. So the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa is once again calling on the government to make Ancestors Day a national public holiday. Celebrated on the 8th of May every year, that day is described as an opportunity to acknowledge African spirituality. For more on this, let's bring in Contralesa's President, Kgoshi Mathupa Mokoena, who joins us via our video link this morning. And Tata Mokoena, it's great to have you on the program. Thanks very much indeed for making time. Why do you reckon Ancestors Day is so important that it should be a public holiday?
Thanks very much, my leader. We are making this call because we realize that in this country, all other religions have been allocated a space where they celebrate what they believe in. But when it comes to us as Africans, we don't have a specific holiday, for example, where we honor our own who passed on, who are our ancestors. Therefore, we are saying there is no way in which we'll give credence or celebrate religions of other people and ignore ours. Hence our call to say government must really push that the 8th of May every year be an Ancestors Day, and that matter be a holiday.
Various moments or opportunities to engage with the president, especially in the lead-up to your 8th elective conference yesterday. Is this something you posed to him? And if so, what was his response?
He is aware of our call. What he did when we had a meeting with him at Masambando, he directed his deputy president, the Honorable T.D. Mabuza, to lead this process and even to meet the relevant stakeholders who are going to finalize this matter. And we raise very topical issues that are a thorn in the flesh of royal leadership in this country. I'm very happy to say the president did not shy from the truth. He acknowledged that the governments, they were not fair to royal leadership, and they delayed in implementing some of the issues after we raised them. And he made a commitment to say, as government, they are going to make sure that some of the issues that we raise are going to be categorized in a form of those who are short-term in nature and those who are medium-term and long-term. And he assured us that within no time, those relevant ministers, championed by the Deputy President, T.D. Mabuza, will come back to us as royal leaders and announce where they are in terms of improving all what we raised with government since 2014 up until now.
Yeah. On the issue of Ancestors Day, more particularly being made a public holiday, was there a direct response to that particular request?
He did. That's where he said that he was referring the matter to the relevant committee and the relevant people to deal with it. But he said he understands our call, and he even joked about it to say, no, he is also having his own ancestors. He would love to also honor them one day. But the formal response was that he's going to refer the matter to the Deputy President, who is leading the process of all other issues that we raise with government.
Got you. And what do you envision this day to actually look like? And by that I mean, you know, the commemorations in this country typically take on a very similar form. You know, it's a Contralesa, for instance, holding some kind of rally at a stadium. Perhaps the president might be there to speak. But sometimes people feel that those things don't go far enough in driving home the message around the importance, for instance, in this particular case, of one's ancestral history. So I guess the question is, are you hoping things will be done differently if this does become a holiday?
What we intend doing, if our government will really honor our call, is that we'll make sure that we involve all those who believe in honoring their dead and in form of ancestors. How we're going to celebrate it is that annually we'll identify a particular royal state in our kings or our queens. That's where we're going to gather all of us as royal leadership to celebrate this day. Because we don't want to see it being done haphazard. We want it to happen like what's happening when we are celebrating Human Rights Day, all other days in the calendar of our country. We're going to celebrate so nicely. And I'm telling you, my leader, immediately we are given this request, you'll be surprised because we'll invite you to come and be part of this event. You are going to enjoy it, I can assure you.
Yeah. I guess this is also an opportunity to start speaking about perhaps misconceptions around African spirituality in Africa, of course. Perhaps this is also an opportunity to start ironing out some of those perceptions, many of which are still contested in this country.
Leadership, some of us get shocked when people, for example, are saying, no, if you believe in your ancestors, you are believing in demons. The question is, by the way, who are you talking about here? Now, go to the Bible. People are still honoring Abraham, honoring Solomon, honoring Jacob, and so on. Where are they? They are honoring the dead. Who are their ancestors? Now, we are saying, as royal leadership, let's honor this date as well and make sure that all those who believe in their own religions, they must not disturb us because we are not interfering with them when they are honoring whatever they are believing in. Now, when it comes to us as royal leadership, as African people, when we say we want to declare this day a holy day, it be given to us as royal leadership, that those who are saying, no, you are calling this thing, you are believing in demons and so on, we are saying it means they as well, their forefathers who passed on earlier on, it means they are demons. We don't believe that can be true.
Mm. I wonder whether you reckon there's also space for conversation around regulating the space where African spirituality is carried out. And as I ask this question, I appreciate the complexity because the history of African spirituality is that it's always been sometimes very community-based, situational-based. But perhaps there is something to be said about if it is going to be recognized by the state, then there perhaps needs to be room for discussions around how the state can control or rather oversee how some of the practices are actually carried out.
We won't have a problem if there are some proposals from government to say, to make some suggestion on how it must be celebrated. Won't have a problem. But we are confident that many of ministers who are serving our government, they are saying, we are fully behind you, push on, and we're going to support it. And the manner of how we're going to celebrate it, definitely that one can be looked at. But as royal leadership, usually, even now, at our respective royal houses, there are days where we said today we are honoring, for example, we are honoring the Matsibela Day, we are honoring the Bahata Day, we are honoring. We're doing it so nicely, and when we do that, people will come in their large numbers because they are thirsty to celebrate one of their own. Because we've been celebrating something that is not even us. Some were just a foreign concept were brought to us, and we were pushed to believe in them. But now here is something that is of our own. We are going to celebrate with a smile. We are going to enjoy it. Hence, I'm saying, let government honor our requests. Watch the space. You won't believe your eyes.
All right. I guess we look forward to it. With that, thanks very much indeed for your time. Really do appreciate it. Contralesa President there, Kgoshi Mathupa Mokoena, speaking to us about the grounds for which, South Africa should be marking National Ancestors Day as a public holiday. It's on the 8th of May. It's commemorated already, but certainly not at that level. And I wonder whether that's a call that you would back, given what's already being said. Once again, Ntate Mokoena, thanks for your time.